Hello, this is the Watchdog. Welcome back to Fun with Watches. If watches weren't fun, you'd only need one. Today we're going to review the Mysterious Code Engineer. Let's start with the wrist check. I'm still wearing this Cadison 8232. I really like this watch. I've been wearing it a lot. And Greg was wearing my G-Shock Square 5600. Grego said Chewbacca is upset. Sebulba hired him to be part of his pod racing pit crew, and Sebulba told him to get the pod out of the bay. But every time Chewbacca made his open the pod bay doors howl, the door droid kept saying, "I'm sorry, I'm afraid I can't do that." Then he kept calling him Dave. All right, let's take a look at this watch. It comes in this tin, and the tin doesn't say mysterious code. It says NIW. So I don't know if one's owned by the other or what. And then all these instructions are in Chinese. But here is the watch. Isn't that a nice looking watch? I think they did a good job with it. I really like it. If you like the looks of it, go ahead and order this and just quit this review. This is the second mysterious code on my channel and the second mysterious code watch without a reference number. So I have been calling this an engineer with an E because it is homage to an IWC engineer with an I. Since IWC insists on using the German spelling and pronunciation of engineer with an I, even on its English copy, I think it is perfectly acceptable for me to use the English spelling and pronunciation of engineer with an E. IWC has already taken legal action against Spectenzone, who has a similar looking automatic homage of the IWC that I have already reviewed on this channel. The thought that someone would not buy a $13,000 watch because there is a sub $100 alternative is ludicrous. This watch comes in a whopping 7 different colorways. If you don't like the green I chose, there's a more traditional black, silver, or white. If you want something with a bit more color, there's a bright orange, purple, or yellow. The watch is 38.5 millimeters at the bezel, but 39.8 millimeters at the case. 46.2 millimeters lug to lug with barely articulating end links. It's 10.5 millimeters thick, so it's fairly thin. And the lug width does not apply, but 24.7 millimeters where the bracelet meets the case. And it weighs 146 grams on the supply bracelet with 3 links removed. And we have the bezel. The bezel's brushed, and it has these little fake screws here. I don't know if the screws actually screw anything down, but I'm pretty sure they're just decorative. And then we have the dial. The dial has that pattern of a real IWC, and it looks pretty nice. I think they did a good job with it. And then it says mysterious code up top and nothing on the bottom. And then we have a Rehot chapter ring. And then we have the applied indices. We have a double baton at the 12, single batons everywhere else. And then we have a fence post minute and an hour hand and an arrow tip second hand, and there is no lume on the second hand. And there is no date because this is a VH31, and the VH31 doesn't support a date. The real IWC engineer has a date at the 3, and I wish this watch did, but then it would need a different movement. I'm kind of getting over the novelty of the VH31. I think I'd rather have a single tick quartz with a date. And then we have the crown. The crown is a signed screw down, and the thread action's fine, pops nicely. Then when you go to screw it back down, there's not a lot of resistance. It catches right away, so it's nice action. Then we have the crystal. The crystal is a flat sapphire crystal. I tested it just to be sure there was no shenanigans, and there is none. So it tested just fine. And then we have the case. The case is really nice too. It's brushed everywhere except for this little polished chamfered edge. And then it has these attached crown guards. So really like the shape of the case. And then we have the case back. Case back is a screw down, and we have notches there and not a coin edge. Always prefer notches to a coin edge because then you can just use any old adjustable wrench. Then it says mysterious code right there. Then it says 5 ATM water resistance. Then it says sapphire crystal, all stainless steel. And it's a nice enough case back. Underneath the case back is the VH31 quartz movement. This quartz movement ticks 4 times a second. So VH stands for high beat. Some people call this a mecha quartz, but it really isn't. It's just a fast ticking quartz. And it does not have a date. And the only movement like this that Seiko has that does have a date has a date dial, not a date wheel. So I don't know if the moving a date wheel around just takes up too much juice or what. But I really wish they would come out with one. Even if I had to change the battery once a year, I'd much rather have a date. Then we have the bracelet. The bracelet's a fully brushed H-link, and this is a true H-link, not one of them fake ones where they just put grooves in a 3-link. So, and it looks really nice. They did a good job with it. And the end links kind of articulate, but not very much. But at least they're not built into the case. Then we have push pin adjusters, not screw pins. I'm perfectly happy with push pins. They come out nice and easy. And this did come with a sizing tool. And then we have a butterfly clasp, and we do not have half links, but these links are fairly small, so you can still get a good fit. And I removed 3 links to fit on my 7.5-inch wrist. So you should be able to wear this 8 1/4, no problem. Anything larger than that, though, you'll need more links. Here's the watch on my 7.5-inch wrist. It looks nice. It wears nice. Once again, no half links, but I have the perfect fit. And that's just a really good looking watch. Very comfortable. Wears nice and flat on the wrist. So it's not too big, not too small. It's just about perfect, really, as far as wearability. Here we are in the Lume room. At over $50, we are well past the ultra affordable and very affordable range. So let's see if the Lume is a bit better. As we speed up the time, we see C3 colored indices of so-so brightness, but BGW9 hands are doing quite well. The indices are fading fairly fast, but still have a little life in them, but the hands are still going strong. And since it is the hands that matter, this is very well done, Lume, indeed. What do I like about this watch? Well, it looks and wears really nice. I like this dial with the pattern. That looks like a real IWC. I like this H-link bracelet. And I really like this watch. It's just about perfect for what you're getting. What are my grapes and groans? The VH31 is beginning to lose its novelty, and I'd rather have a single tick quartz with a date, because I really like having a date. And that's all I really have to complain about this watch. I guess 8 1/4 is the best you can do. So maybe we could have had one more link. I removed 3, but if I had one more. Do I recommend this watch? Sure. It has the looks of the IWC and is very well built and looks nice. I just wish it had a date. Well, thank you for watching my review of the Mysterious Code Engineer, and I will be back with another review. Be sure to like and subscribe to my channel. And if you like this watch, be sure to use my affiliate link and I'll get a tiny commission. Bye.